Hello, everybody, and welcome to week 2 of MGT 6615. Welcome, everybody. Wanted to spend just a couple of minutes with you and kind of give you an overview and some thoughts on upcoming things on the course and kind of a quick update. So, it should be just a few minutes. First of all, I've read through everybody's bios. We have a very diverse population of people. Looks like a good course. I'm excited to have everybody on board and look forward to learning a lot and making this a really good semester. So uh, with that, there has been a couple of little bugs. I guess there was some problems with Blackboard on Sunday and possibly Saturday, as well as some challenges some students have been having with getting textbooks. So I will not be grading the week 1 case assignment until the week 2 assignment is due. So both week 1 and week 2 will be due next Sunday night at midnight. So if you need to adjust anything on week 1, please feel free to go ahead and do that. I won't count you late unless it's not due by next Sunday night, which is the 11th, I believe. So make sure that that's complete. There's also been a couple of questions on the academic references, at least 2 per discussion board. You don't have to have, if you do a peer response, you don't have to have 2 in that as well as your original submission. Just 2 total is sufficient, so that's fine. I just want to make sure that everybody understands how to source and utilize academic sources. You are well on, most of you are well on in your master's degrees. And one of the key pieces of that is understanding what an academic source is and how to use it. It's not just Googling a source and coming up with, Larry from, Business Week or whatever says this. It needs to come from a peer-reviewed journal, an academic paper, a legitimate textbook, not a pop business book. Things like that should be pretty straightforward. If you have any questions about what those are, go out and find a dissertation or other academic paper and read through the references and look at it. And you'll see that there's original research that backs up these opinions. So that's what I mean by an academic reference. So with that, remember 2 per submission, and that's a pretty big piece of it. It is discussion, so there's no real right answer, but I do expect you to utilize the material that we covered in the course and in the textbook in order to make valid points. When you make your peer response, please don't just say, oh, I agree, great point. I want to see great point, and here's why I think it's a great point, or here's why I think you missed something, and elaborate on it. And ideally, you would use some academic sources to make that point robust. So with that, we have the week 1 and week 2 due next week. And then every week going forward, we do have discussion board posts, each worth 5 points after the first week, which is only worth 3. All of the course assignments are due at midnight on the following Sunday. No exceptions. I don't accept late assignments because of the challenges with grading in the short semester. That's particularly significant when it comes to the final term paper. And the final term paper is not due on a Sunday night, it's due on Wednesday night. I want to make sure everybody has sufficient time. I picked Wednesday so that I can get 70 plus papers graded this semester and still get grades in on time. So every assignment is due Sunday night at midnight with the exception of the final term paper. If you are scheduled to graduate and you need your grades in by the end of that week, which I believe is the 28th, email me, go ahead and submit the paper through Blackboard, but also email me, which is required, but email me and tell me, hey, I'm turning this in early, Dr. Dexter, so that I can have all of my stuff in time to graduate, and I will prioritize getting that done and graded as soon as I can in order to meet those deadlines for you, handful of folks that are graduating, and congratulations, that's a really big accomplishment. The only other piece that's out there hanging is the midterm exam. It is due on July 9th. The exam window will be open from the Monday preceding at 12:01 a.m. and then closing on July 9th at midnight. And that is a Sunday again. You're responsible for setting up the proctors. It's going to be multiple choice, and it's only going to cover material we studied in course and covered up to that point. So you don't have to worry about the last couple of chapters being on the exam. I will look for those kinds of things to be covered in the final papers if applicable, but it won't be on the exam. Again, make sure you set up your proctor. If you don't know how to do that, contact the Troy University Testing Center and they'll help you. There's also information in Blackboard. And with that, I think that's about everything I needed to cover. Again, welcome to class. I look forward to a great semester, and good luck to everybody, and congratulations to those who are graduating. And I look forward to grading your first assignments early next week. Thanks a lot.